They told us the island was heavily fortified. I didn't really get what that meant until the ground itself started shooting back. I was a rifleman in the 1st Marine Division, 1944, on a nameless lump of rock in the Pacific coral sand, jagged ridges, scrub, and Japanese bunkers carved straight into the hillsides. By the time this happened, the beach behind us was a junkyard of burned-out Amtraks and tanks. We were fighting inland now, up-numbered hills instead of named places. This one was Hill 73. On the map, it was just a contour line. Up close, it was a steep coral face pocked with caves and gun ports, all tied together by tunnels. Our orders were simple. Go up there, clear the caves, and hold the top. We started up just after dawn. Light was low, shadows long, the air thick with smoke and that sour mix of burned brush, cordite, and bodies you tried not to think about. Our squad leader, Johnson, pointed with his rifle. "Stay low, stay spread," he said. "They're tied in by tunnels. You take fire from one cave, expect it from the others." I checked my M1, swallowed, and followed the man ahead of me up the slope. The climb was ugly loose coral, sharp edges, little terraces that forced you to expose yourself a bit every time you pulled up. I kept my head down, eyes flicking between the rock in front of me and the black mouths of caves above. Maybe 20 yards up, the hill woke up. A machine gun on our right opened up from a cave slit, chewing into the slope. Chunks of stone exploded around us. Someone up front went down with a sound I didn't want to remember. "Incoming right cave," Johnson shouted. "Get down." We hugged the rock. Stone chips stung my neck. 2 guys popped smoke, thick white drifting between us and the muzzle flashes. Our bar opened from the left, hosing the entrance. A grenade went in. The cave coughed fire once more and went quiet. "Move while they're blind," Johnson yelled. "Up by bounds." We scrambled another few yards, taking what cover we could. I slid in behind a coral lip next to Rodriguez, our barman. "You all right?" I asked. "Ask me later," he said. "We're still moving." Above us, more cave mouths dotted the hillside, some open, some sandbagged, all looking like bad ideas. Platoon sergeant's voice came up from below. "Second squad, take that center cave. Clear it. Flame team's backing you up." Nobody loved hearing "you're on that cave" and "flamethrower" in the same breath, but that was the job. Johnson gave us the plan in a rush. We work up to that ledge under the entrance. Grenades in first, then flame, then we check for side tunnels. Do not stand in the doorway. They'll cut you in half. He pointed at me and 2 others. "You're with me. Rest of you cover the flanks and the other holes." We moved, hugging the slope. Halfway there, a rifle cracked from our left and dust kicked up right in front of my face. I hit the deck, heart slamming. "Rifleman left side!" Rodriguez shouted, swinging the bar and firing a burst into a clump of brush. Something tumbled downslope and stopped moving. We kept going. We reached the shallow ledge under the cave. Up close, the opening was just a black rectangle, breathing out cool air that smelled like damp rock, smoke, and sweat. "Grenades," Johnson said. He pulled a pin, tossed one in, ducked. I counted 2 seconds and threw mine after his. 2 dull thumps inside, dust pushing out of the entrance. "Flame!" He yelled. The flamethrower man crawled up, face already smeared with soot, assistant steadying the line. He jammed the nozzle just inside and squeezed. The roar of the flamethrower was like opening a door into a furnace. Fire poured into the cave, reflected back as a pulsing orange glow. Heat hit us in a wave. For a few seconds, there was screaming from inside. Then there wasn't. "Short burst again," Johnson ordered. Another blast, then just crackling. The smell that came out with the smoke was wrong. It crawled into your clothes and stayed there. "All right," he said. "We're not done." Guns up. We checked the sides, looked for another hole. We skirted around without ever standing in front of the cave mouth. On the right, half hidden by brush, we found a small secondary entrance. a man-sized hole that would have let them slip out behind us if we'd gone charging straight in. Rodriguez rolled a grenade into it. The explosion punched smoke out both openings. No return fire. "Mark it cleared," Johnson said. "If someone wants to crawl in later, that's their bad idea. We're moving up." We started climbing again, using the burned-out cave as cover. The hill hit back almost immediately. A light machine gun on the upper left opened up, sending a line of tracers across the slope. One of our guys jerked and slid down, leaving a smear on the rock. We went flat wherever we were, pressing into shallow cracks, listening to rounds smack around us. Mortar thumped behind us. Then he started dropping around the upper cave rock and dirt spraying, smoke building. Under that, the gun choked and finally went quiet. The pattern repeated. Crawl. Take fire. Smoke. Grenades. Flame. Move past another blackened hole. Every cave was a tiny fortress. Some were already abandoned, some very much not. Every few minutes someone yelled, "Corpsman," from somewhere along the slope. We lost men. Sometimes to the enemy, sometimes to bad luck. A short mortar round, a grenade that bounced wrong, a sniper we never fully spotted. At one pause near the top, we huddled in a shallow cut while artillery pounded the reverse slope. Miller, one of the new guys, stared at the caves below, still smoking. "How many of them did we just fry in there?" he asked, voice low. "Enough that they're not shooting at us anymore," Johnson said. "That's all that matters today." None of us liked the answer, but nobody argued. By mid-afternoon, we finally reached the crest of Hill 73. The top was a mess of craters, shattered scrub, and a couple of half-buried pillboxes we'd hit from the side. Engineers were already probing for more tunnels and mines. From up there, you could see the line of battle in all directions, smoke columns from other hills. The beach is a strip of pale ground in the distance, little dots of Marines moving like ants. "Hill 73 secure," the company commander said over the radio. "Say again, Hill 73 secure." It didn't feel secure. Wounded were being treated in shallow scrapes. Bodies lay where they fell near the caves, and everyone still flinched at distant booms. We started digging in on the crest anyway. You didn't celebrate much out here. You just got ready for the next hit. As the light faded and the air finally cooled, I sat with my back against a rock, helmet off, canteen in hand, hands still faintly shaking. Rodriguez dropped beside me and nodded toward the caves. "Whole day for one damn hill," he said. "Whole island for a bunch of hills," I answered. He thought about that. "Yeah," he said, "but we took this one. People back home talk about the Pacific in big chunks. Peleliu, Okinawa, island hopping, all that. For me, it's that slope on Hill 73, a single cave mouth breathing smoke. The sound of the flamethrower, the silence after, and the feeling of coral rock under my palms while I tried to climb faster than the hill could kill us. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't clean. It was just 5 guys on a rock face, doing their job one cave at a time, and somehow ending the day on top instead of inside.